Hello once again, welcome to Mima's Crafts. Today I'm going to show you how to crochet this hexagon bag here. It is a very simple bag to crochet even for beginners. So this is our bag, okay, this is the inside of our bag. Okay, so for this bag you're going to need macrame. This one here is macrame cord, which is about 3 millimeters thick. You're also going to need this small metal hook here for the tassel. You're also going to need scissors, a crochet hook. I used a 5 millimeter crochet hook. You're also going to need stitch markers. I used about 3 of them. And then you're also going to need a tapestry needle. Okay, so let's begin. So we're going to begin with the magic circle. So this is how we do it. Okay, you hold your yarn like that. Then you wrap around your hand. Okay, so I'm going to take my hook, then pull up a loop like that. Okay, so just hold here. Okay, then make a slip knot here like that. Okay, so after doing this, I'm just going to take this out so that it is aligned like this. Okay, so now we're going to start our magic circle. So I'm going to be inserting my hook here and grabbing my yarn, okay, and then pulling it out. Okay, so I'm just going to hold like this. Okay, so I'm just going to make 6 single crochets. Okay, so insert my hook, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through. Okay, so this is going to be my first single crochet in US terms. So I'm just going to put a stitch marker like that. So try to make them a little bit loose, okay, so that it will be easier for a second round. So that's the second. Okay, that's the third. So here you can go on and pull it, closing this gap. Okay, that's the fourth. That's the fifth. That's the sixth. Okay, so this we have 1 2 3 4 5 6. So here I'm going to take this in and then I'm going to pull it, then slightly adjust your stitches. Okay, pull it again. Okay, so that is our magic circle like that. Okay, so I'm just going to cut this tail. So now we'll move on to the second round. So we'll be increasing each round with 6 stitches. Okay, so right now we have 6 single crochets. Okay, that's 6 stitches. So the next round we should have 12 stitches. Okay, so we're going to achieve that by putting 2 single crochets in each stitch. Okay, that means an increase, an increase, an increase. And by an increase, I mean we're putting 2 stitches in one. Okay, we're putting 2 single crochets in one stitch. Okay, so I'm going to put 2 single crochets in here, in here, in here, right round up until we're back here. But because we're going to be working the camel stitch, instead of inserting my hook here the normal way that we do for a single crochet, okay, I am going to be inserting my hook at the back bump. Some call it the third loop, this one. Okay, so we skip this one, this half loop here at the beginning. Okay, so I'm going to insert my hook in this back bump here, okay, or the third loop. Okay, like that. Then I'm going to work a normal single crochet. Okay, pull up a loop, yarn over, then pull through. So I'm going to put a stitch marker here in the first stitch. The stitch marker is marking the starting point. Again, I'm going to put another one there to make them 2. So I move on into the next one, which is a bit loose here, but it doesn't matter. So that's 1, and then another one, that's 2. Move on to the next. Okay, that's one, and then two, one, two, one, and then two. Okay, now we're left with this one, the last one. So again, one, and then two. So this is our second round. If you want, you can go on and tightly close the gap in between. Okay, so now we'll move on to the third round. Okay, so for the third round, we're going to begin with an increase. That is, we're going to put 2 single crochets in the first stitch, followed by 1 in the following 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, up until we're at the end. Okay, so that's the sequence. 2 single crochets in this stitch, in the following 1, in the next one, 2, up until we're done. Okay, so remember, we're inserting a hook in the third loop or the back bump. Okay, so I'm going to put 2 single crochets here. So that's 1. Remember to put back the stitch marker. It's marking the starting point. That's 1. Again, the second one. That's 2. Okay, so in the following stitch, I'm going to put 1. In the next, I'm going to put 2. Like that. In the next one, 1. Okay, so I'm just going to continue with the sequence 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1 up until we're at the end. Welcome back. So our third round is done, and at this point you should have 18 stitches. Okay, remember we'll be adding 6 stitches in each round. Okay, so now moving on to the fourth round, we're going to begin with 2 single crochets in the first stitch, and then in the next 2 stitches we're going to put 1, 1. Okay, so that's 2 in the first, and then in the next one, 1, in the next one, 1, and then 2 again here, 1 here, 1 here. Okay, so that's 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1 up until the round is done. Okay, so that is going to be the sequence. So again, we'll be inserting in the back bump like that. That's 1, and then we'll put the second one, 2. Okay, so in the following stitch I'm going to put 1 single crochet. Again, in the next one I'm going to put 1 single crochet. Now the third one, I go on again and then put 2 single crochets. Okay, so that's the sequence. The next 2 stitches, 1, 1. Okay, in the next one, the third, I put 2, 1, and then 1. Okay, so go on with the sequence up until you're back here. So that's 2, and then 1, 1, 2, 1, 1 up until you're back here. I'll come back. So now we'll move on to the fifth round. So the fifth round, we're going to be doing a sequence of 2 single crochets in the first stitch, and then in the next 3 stitch we put 1, 1, 1. Okay, so we're going to have an increase here. It's 1. Okay, we'll put back the stitch marker, and then 2, and then in the next 3 stitches I'm going to put 1 single crochet in each. That's 1, and then that's 1 again, and then the third one, 1. Okay, and then I begin the sequence again. I put 2 single crochets again in here, 1, and then 2. Okay, again in the next 3 stitches I'm going to put 1, 1, 1 again, right round up until we're back here. Now moving on to the sixth round. Okay, our sequence is going to be, I'm going to put 2 single crochets in the first stitch, and then in the next 4 stitches I'm going to put 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Okay, so that's 2 in here, 1, 1, 1, 1. Okay, and then you begin again the sequence 2, 1, 1, 1, 1. Okay, so 2 in the first stitch, and then that's 1, and then the second one, 2, and then in the next 4 stitches I'm going to put 1 single crochet in each. That's one, the second stitch, third, and then the fourth. Again, I begin the sequence. In this one, I put 2 like we did here, and repeat the sequence right round up until we're back here. Welcome back. So you should have a hexagon like shape like this. Okay, so we'll move on to the next round. We now have 1 2 3 4 5 6, so we now move on to the 7th round. So the 7th round, we're just going to be increasing the number of stitches with 1 single crochet in each. Okay, so here we're going to put 2 single crochets in the first stitch, and then in the next 5 stitches we're going to put 1 single crochet in each. Okay, previously we had 4 stitches, now it's 5 stitches with 1 single crochet each. So just going to do that and then go on up until the round is done. Okay, so this is the first stitch. I've put 2 single crochet in this one, and then in the next 5 stitches, that is 1 2 3 4 5, I'm going to put 1 each. Okay, and then we repeat the sequence up until our round is done. Okay, so this is the second stitch with 1 single crochet, this is the third, this is the fourth, and then this is the fifth. We begin the sequence again like we did here. We put 2 single crochets here, that's 1 and then 2. Again, in the next 5 stitches, 1 single crochet each, and then in the 6th we put 2 right round up until we're back here. Okay, so for the 8th round, the next round that we're going to do, I'm going to put 2 single crochets in here, and then in the next coming 6 stitches I put 1 single crochet in each. Okay, this is the first stitch. I'm going to put 2 single crochets, that's 1, and I put another 1, 2. Then in the next coming 6 stitches I'm going to put 1 single crochet each, that's 1. Move on to the next one, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6, like that. And then we begin the sequence again. That means in the next stitch we're going to put 2 single crochets, that's 1. In the same stitch I put 2. Again, in the next 6 stitches I'm going to put 1 single crochet. In the 7th I put 2 right round up until we're back here. Okay, so we now have 8 rounds. Moving on to the 9th round, our sequence is going to be, in the first stitch we're going to put 2 single crochets, and then in the next 7 stitches we're going to put 1 single crochet in each. So we're going to repeat that sequence right round. So in the first stitch I'm going to put 2, like that, and then I'm going to put 1 single crochet in the next 7 stitches. So that's 1 here, then this is the second stitch, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then we begin the sequence again. In this one I'm going to put 2 single crochets, that's 1, in the same stitch another 1, and then 2. So we're going to repeat the sequence. The next coming 7 stitches I'm going to put 1 single crochet right round up until we're back here. Now moving on to the 10th round, we're going to begin with 2 single crochets, and then in the next 8 stitches we're going to put 1 single crochet in each. So this is the first stitch, so that's 1, and then 2. Remember to put back the stitch marker in the first stitch, and then in the next 8 stitches I'm going to put 1 single crochet. So that's 1 in here, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Again, we've done 8 stitches here, so that means I begin again the sequence. In this one I'm going to put 2 single crochets, then 2. Again, in the next 8 stitches I put 1, then the 9th one I put 2. 8 stitches, 1, up until we're back here. Okay, so finish the 10th round. Moving on to the 11th round. 11th round, we're going to have 2 single crochets, and then in the next 9 stitches we're going to put 1 single crochet in each. In the first stitch, 2 single crochets, just like we've been doing in the previous rounds. Put back the marker, and then in the next 9 stitches I'm going to put 1 single crochet in each. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th stitch, 8, and then 9. So after 9 stitches you start again the sequence. That means in this one I put 2 single crochets. This one, then 2. Again, the next 9 stitches I put 1 single crochet, and then the 10th one I put 2. So let's do that right round up until we're back here at the starting point. Okay, so we've just finished the 11th round, and at this point, this what we have been crocheting is the camel stitch. Okay, so now I want to introduce another stitch up until we finish the back. This one is called the knit stitch. So instead of inserting our hook in the third loop like we were doing before, we're going to come here. You find that each stitch has got this V here, this one. So we're going to be inserting our hook in between the V. Then we're just going to put 1 single crochet in each. Then we work a normal single crochet. So I'm going to come here like this, and then put my crochet hook, and then pull through like that. This is now my first stitch. So this is called the knit stitch. So I'm going to come again here, this one. Again, make sure that your hook comes through and in between the V and below these 2 loops here, like that. Then work a normal single crochet like that. So this is the knit stitch or the waistcoat stitch. So I'm going to go on into the following like that, pick up a loop like that, and over, and then pull through like this. Again, this is the V, so I insert my hook in between here. So I'm going to go on putting 1, 1, 1, 1, 1 right round up until I'm back here. So we're going to maintain the same number of stitches that we have. So just going to put 1 knit stitch or 1 single crochet if you like, right round up until we're back here at the starting point. Welcome back. So I've done the first round of the knit stitch or the waistcoat stitch, this one. So you should have a shape like this. It's a hexagon. So now I want to go on and then crochet it, and then we'll put the handles. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to mark, start counting from the first stitch here. I'm going to mark the 24th stitch. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. And then this is the 24th stitch. So I'm going to mark here. And then I'm going to mark 34th stitch. So since this is 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, and 34. this one like this. So we're going to put our handle here. So I'm just going to continue with this stitch that we're doing, 1 knit stitch in each. So just going to come here in between the V, just like we were doing, and put back the marker in the following. Okay, we're going to go on 1 stitch, 1 single crochet in each, and then let's meet here. Okay, so we're now here at the stitch marker, so I'm going to remove it, and then I'm going to crochet it in that stitch like that. Then I'm going to do a chain of 20. It's 1, 2, 3. I'm going to come here and then join in the stitch. So this is our handle. So I'm going to continue with 1 single crochet in each, or 1 knit stitch in each. So we're going to continue repeating here, 1 knit stitch in each up until we're back here. This is the starting point. So you're going to crochet this stitch and then put back the stitch marker, and then continue again, 1 knit stitch, and then let's meet back here. Welcome back. So we're now at the handle again. So here, make sure to crochet into this very last stitch here. So now to make our handle more firm, we're going to crochet single crochet around the handle, the chains. So you'll be doing it like this. Set your hook below the handle, pull up a loop, yarn over, then pull through like that. Okay, so just make sure that you're closing any gaps in between the stitches here. Like this. Okay, so I'm going to go on, continue doing that up until I'm here. Welcome back. So this is our handle. Okay, so I'm just going to continue here with the same pattern that we're doing this other side. So like this. So I'm just going to continue up until I'm back here at the starting point. Welcome back. So this is our side so far. Okay, this is the inside. So here at the end, just going to remove the stitch marker here. I'm going to pull this, just cut here. So to fasten off here, I'm going to skip this first stitch here and pull it here in the following stitch like that. And I'm going to turn. I'm going to set my hook here from behind. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to fasten this now inside here as well as this one, and then come back. Welcome back. So I've fastened off the ends here. So this is the first side of our bag. So I'm going to go on and repeat from the start up until you're here, and crochet another identical side like this one. Okay, and then we're going to join them. So here I already have this one. Okay, they are the same size, everything is the same. Okay, so now I want to join this two like this. So we're going to join with a tapestry needle like this. So what you're going to do here is, this is the last stitch for the side here. Okay, so I'm going to count 5 stitches starting from this one. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, let me just put a marker in this one. Then I'm going to do the same for this side. So this one here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're going to start joining, getting in the following stitches from this one. So I'm going to come here, take my needle. So I'm going to take this loop. So just leave a tail so that we can fasten off later on. Then I'm also going to take the outer loop for the side. Like that. Then we'll go on to the next. Okay, so this is our back. I have joined here. No longer need this. Okay. So here towards the end, we're just going to do what we did here. Count 5 stitches. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and they should be the same with the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so this is going to be the last stitch that I'm going to join. I'm just going to set again here. So I'm going to fasten off this end inside the bag as well as this one, and then come back. Welcome back. So this is our bag. Okay, so with this one, if you want, you can put lining inside and then a zipper, or you can just put a metallic a magnetic clasp here, or a button. Okay, so here if you want to accessorize it, you can just accessorize it. Here I'm just going to put a tassel over here. It's optional, you can choose not to. Okay, so I'm just going to attach this metal ring here using this needle and then come back. Welcome back. So this is our bag and it is done. Okay, so thank you for watching Mima's Crafts. Please do subscribe, like and comment for more videos. Thank you.